shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now listen, this has been a whirlwind week where you had the PlayStation State of Play that came out, and you know, rightfully so, people was going at it in a sense that they've built you guys up to like big budget games. It wasn't anything there to be found, right? I mean, except for Death Stranding. We know that's going to release, right? And we understood that the games that was shown at this thing wasn't going to reach that level of caliber, but we're talking about first-party studios. And I'm going to get into why I feel that the ROG Ally is going to calm a lot of the fears when it comes to a lot of PlayStation people. Because I'm going to explain it. The Xbox ROG Ally is going to ease, if you will, a lot of the anxiety that you may have. And I'm going to talk about it so you can understand it. But that Switch 2 doing what the Switch 2 is doing is insane. Oh, sorry. I'm talking to you like you've been here before. If you're first time finding this channel, please hit that like, subscribe, that notification bell, because I drop videos daily, every day, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your new best friend. And if you like streaming games, if you like watching people play or joining in, I stream daily on my sister channel, Frontline Gaming Streams, where you never know what I'm going to stream, because over there I play everything. Switch 2, PlayStation 5 Pro, Xbox, Steam. You never know what I'm going to play, but you damn sure know I'm going to be playing something. Fight Night Fridays is going to get incredible. But back to what I'm talking about. An incredible week with Summer Gamescom and giving you stuff like the incredible Deadpool VR game that I got a chance to play while I was there. Crystal, wonderful first-person shooter game that has a different twist on first-person shooters using blood as ammunition. That game is something to look forward to. As a gamer, this had to be one of the greatest weeks in my gaming history. Now, I know there were some letdowns with some people when it came to the Xbox show out of expectations. We're going to talk about that and more today on Xbox Frontline News. Let's get into these topics. Everybody's trying to gauge the power of the Switch 2. The Switch 2 has a good amount of power, but people are trying to quantify it, trying to figure out exactly what can we compare it to in order to have a better idea of what we can expect from it. So what is told, the Koei Tecmo producer of Wild Hearts said that the Switch 2 is closer to the Series S than it is the PlayStation 4. And as far as, you know, when people try to say that the Series S is a potato and love the PlayStation 4, that kind of baffles me, right? Listen, to have the power of the Series S or equivalent to it in a handheld device is awe-inspiring. The fact that this Switch 2 is as thin, as small as it is, as light as it is, and still give you that level of power in a handheld is an achievement within itself. It is greatly underestimated the power that it can produce out. It's a marvel of ingenuity, craftsmanship, and the thought process that went into the device. So to be upset with the PowerPoint to it is kind of off-putting in the sense that you got to think about it this way. Everything that Series S can produce, theoretically, the Nintendo Switch can produce. So the fact that we've seen stuff like Cyberpunk 2077 running on this device, the more they get a chance to optimize it, get used to the tools, this thing is going to be crazy. NVIDIA said that the GPU enables 10 times graphics performance of the Switch than the regular Switch. With the AI upscaler, with DLSS, gives it ray tracing. This is a good device for Nintendo, and I feel that a lot of people aren't really seeing it for what it is. We're too caught up with power, but I understand price point should equate to something greater, especially with the big two and PlayStation and Xbox having handhelds, with the Xbox handheld being the de facto more powerful device, regardless to whenever the PlayStation handheld does come out. The raw power in the Xbox ROG Ally X is undeniable. So that is a thing within itself. A lot of people are talking about what was missing from the Xbox show, and I kind of agree with them. Now, I do know that Xbox and Microsoft has went back to the drawing board, from what we heard from Everwild, right? But one of the titles that I was looking forward to, and that wasn't there, was State of Decay 3. Now, I thought it was shaping up to be something nice. I thought they was going to have something splashed out. But what I noticed about this show, the majority of the games are releasing later on this year, up until October. And then those that were releasing next year, either third party or first party deals, really mainly third party, is coming out early in 2026. So Everwild not showing up from Rare, and then hearing that Rare could possibly be taking on a Banjo-Kazooie, that's enticing. I think Xbox is back to that 8 to 12 months strategy, and we're only going to talk about what's current, what's happening. Contraband. Haven't seen hide or hear of Contraband. It's a lot of games that we know is in the works, but maybe they're not close enough to be released. Now, I guess maybe the January show would tell us more going forward in what's the plans for these games that are missing. But honestly, not having these three games in particular. Now, I do know that next year we will have Halo, Gears, and Forza and Fable at the launch of what will be the 25th anniversary of Xbox launching with the console, and having the software to back up such an incredible launch that will change fundamentally how we see gaming as a whole. Continuing the Customers always right campaign. Xbox has adopted the consumer-friendly model in which they are championing. Xbox and Microsoft are starting to roll out free codes for the Ultimate Edition owners of Gears of War Reloaded. I think that's a wonderful thing. If you happen to have the game, to get the free upgrade to Gears of War. I mean, because if you have the Ultimate Edition, right, and they were planning on upgrading you anyway, why not allow you to get that a little bit early, right? And it's just it's the way you could be when you have total digital control. Total digital control gives you a level of flexibility that in the wrong hands is detrimental. In the right hands used properly is beneficial. So we're seeing the benefits of this. Check your DMs. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you received it or on the way to receive it as they work their way down the list. But this is good to see. Now, I understand some people won't receive this, but this is an Xbox experience. And a lot of times you're going to start seeing that and hearing that. The Xbox experience. What it's like to be Xbox ecosystem gamer. The Xbox experience is going to be held to a great standard, and it's cool. If you're a PlayStation owner in Japan, I kind of feel sorry for you. I know the excitement has reached you, and you thought you was going to get the Gears of War Reloaded, but in Japan, you just don't get it. It didn't pass the criteria for you guys. But if you happen to live in Japan and you happen to have a Series X or a Series S or Xbox PC Game Pass or PC Steam, well then, I got a Gears for you. All right, listen, don't fret. Just put your PlayStation to the side. Go out and make sure that you pick up an Xbox brand console or get PC Game Pass, and then you will also be able to enjoy it. Or better yet, make sure that you get the new ROG or get a ROG or get a Steam Deck and purchase the game that way so that you could partake. The only people that's missing out in Japan, and it sucks, is you PlayStation owners think you backed the wrong horse, or you Nintendo fans. And maybe Gears of War Reloaded comes out for Nintendo Switch too. I mean, it's a high possibility, right? Am I right? But the people that we know that's not going to get it is PlayStation fans. So I do apologize that you don't get a chance to partake into something that you've been begging for feverishly for years. Now you have to buy an Xbox. But it's available August 26, 2025. Make sure that you pick up your Gears on your Xbox consoles or PC or Steam, not PlayStation. I apologize that PlayStation can show gore in other ways, but they just couldn't pass certification. I think Gears is too much for the PlayStation 5. Sorry, they just couldn't handle it. Pause. So, fellow customers, it's time to pre-order your next Xbox round of PlayStation 5 games. They're up for a pre-order. Ninja Gaiden 4, Gears of War Reloaded, and The Outer Worlds 2. Now, you may not know what's going to be on those discs. It can be an empty key card, allowing you the opportunity to be part of the Xbox experience. Now, your part is to just pay to enter in, get through the door, and then what should we say? Try and play. Enjoy yourself, because when we all play, we all win, right? But hold up, make sure you pay first. Now, as far as how much data is on the disc, we cannot confirm nor deny that you will have a complete disc with a game completely on it. Well, it's a crapshoot. But hey, isn't life a crapshoot? So, right now, since you wanted the whole slate, that looks like 80, 160, 240 before taxes. All of these games should fit comfortably in your wallet. Now, I do believe that Gears of War is cheaper. So, all right, let's look at the prices here. So technically, we have 40, 70, and 80. So that's 120, right? Plus 70, that's $190. Beautiful. For you to get into the ecosystem, $190. You can pick one, you can pick two. I personally will tell you to buy all three because here at Game Pass, I'm an ultimate subscriber and the Xbox experience gives me $190 worth of games for absolutely, really pennies to the dollar. So I'm looking at spending $20 a month. And in that given month, I'm going to have a boatload of stuff. But also, I own Gears Ultimate. So Xbox gave me Gears Reloaded for free. Because as a card-carrying Game Pass lover, I'm treated with such gentle hands. Pause. I'm treated with a reverence and a respect as an Xbox consumer. But you guys are on the outside. But you can still partake. We won't exclude you. We will include you. When we all play, we all win. And we don't want to turn away your dollar. So don't you buck up on me. Get that cash ready. And listen, make sure you lock it in now. God forbid you don't get a copy, right? Come on. You love your physical, and Xbox knows it. Let's exploit you. In just 4 days, the Nintendo Switch 2 has hit 3.5 million in sales, making it the best-selling console ever, blowing away the PlayStation 5. Now, me personally, I can tell you firsthand, I never doubted it for a second. The amount of people that were on lines getting this console was staggering. I didn't see anybody being turned away. I saw complete sellouts all over. Everyone got one. No one walked away empty-handed. And that's just talking about the in-store purchases. Could you imagine the global shipping from all the stores around the world? I got to take my hat off to Nintendo because they did say that they would have at least 15 million units available for the first holiday season from launch to holiday. And they were stockpiling the console in the background to make sure that everyone that wanted one got one. I didn't see anybody without one. And that is telling within itself. Well, look who wants to do a handheld. Now, according to CCF Tech, the PlayStation handheld is to feature AI upscaling unit with a 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM and a 16 megabit mall to offset lower memory bandwidth compared to the base PlayStation 5. So essentially what they're trying to do is create a handheld PlayStation 5. Now, this goes into my whole theory of a PlayStation handheld that will supplant the PlayStation 6. PlayStation 6 isn't scheduled to either be released until 2020, late 2028, 2029. Now, from the earlier documents, it was like a concrete 2029. I honestly feel that this device, and I think they're very pleased where they are fidelity-wise with a PlayStation 5 Pro. I think this device will hover in between the PlayStation 5 base and the PlayStation 5 Pro with a dedicated upscaler for that. Now, remember when I told you the PlayStation Vortex would come out and the device will supplant the PlayStation 6, hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how it is. We're going to run it up on these bums. I don't know, that kind of pisses people off, but that's my joint and I'm running with it. So it is what it is. It's not without sound theory, without sound logic. I think this device, being how they're positioning it, can be priced affordably and continue to give you the same fidelity that you're used to with your PlayStation 5 and your PlayStation 5 Pro in between there. With the PlayStation 5 Pro being the last unit and the PlayStation 5 base at some point not being made anymore, with the Pro being the de facto, and then this handheld, and I believe this handheld will be the one that would come in at a price point, dockable, great. I think that the handheld is the devices that these companies truly want. Purely digital, no need to worry about physical, and to funnel you into their stores. So when I say something, I'm saying it to tell you the prediction of where I know these companies want to be, where I know the industry is going, tech-wise, financial-wise, and things of that nature. But most of all, to move the consumer into a space of total isolation, whereas you're beholden to these companies. And more and more EULAs that they're putting out, you know, the ULSAs, they are limiting your actual control over your devices. With Nintendo Switch 2 being the most egregious one that I've seen personally. I think the level of control Nintendo exhibits over the Switch 2 is drastically and dangerously alarming, with Xbox and PlayStation to follow. I really believe that we're at a point with these devices that we're at their mercy, to be honest with you. Now, a lot of people are asking me from all over, Yo King, what's the difference between the ROG Ally and the Xbox ROG Ally X and Xbox ROG Ally? And from talking to Lord Cognito, which, you know, had to go to the event while, you know, of the Xbox event, and it was a private offsite in this high security federal-like bunker in which this stuff was shown to, the games that he did get to play, stuff that he can talk about. Besides the total redesign of the device, the processor, the user interface, the software is different than the other allies that are out there. So from the ergonomics of the machine, anybody that has a ROG Ally understands the flatness of the back, and sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable to grip for long periods of time. This new device, to the best of my knowledge, obliterates that, mitigates that, eliminates that, changes your comfortability. And I think we've seen this with the PlayStation Portal. I think the PlayStation Portal and the MSI Claw ergonomically have gotten right what a handheld gaming device should be. We've seen, and I like the control and the feel of the Steam Deck. I think these two take it to a further level. So you redesign it. You have new official dock. From the best of my understanding, the existing docks that you do have for your existing ROG or your Steam Deck does work on this device. It's a wonder that people are questioning ROG when ROG in this space, tech-wise, has been the king. Now, operating system-wise, it hasn't been that. Steps in Xbox now. Xbox brings the expertise to control what Windows 11 is doing and has the engineers that's on site that can cultivate the Xbox big screen experience. Now, using this experience is akin to having a native Xbox device. This device is your Xbox. And a lot of people are terrified at the possibilities of what this means later. Now, I want to thank everybody for sticking around and seeing this stuff. And I appreciate you for making it this far in the video. Trust me, a lot of us have short attention spans. We don't even make it this far. But know this, know that every night that this stuff goes live, because it's recorded, and every night it goes live, I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat right now, chatting and talking with you guys. And I want to thank you for showing up. But we're not finished. Now, I know I've seen a lot of people talk about how the PlayStation fans are in an uproar over this Xbox ROG Ally X and Xbox ROG Ally. I'm going to tell you, calm down, pump the brakes. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. And I'm going to tell you this because not every game is going to be available for the console. The reason why I'm saying that is Sony hasn't made every game available to Steam. Now, the moment that they do, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to start going day and date to PC, and I'm pretty sure that is something to be fearful about, and you're going to cry about this. But please, buckle in, son. Sit down. There's business to be made. It's not about you. You're just a customer, and there's other customers that need to be served. You're a number, and it's okay. As long as you got your copy, you should shut up and sit down. The way of the exclusivity as far as titles go is going the way to dinosaur. Now, just like I can tell PlayStation owners, you're not going to get all of Xbox games because it's not going to be in Xbox's best interest to port every game over. It just doesn't make financial sense. The games that do make sense will make it over. The games that don't make sense won't make it over. Very simple. There will be a large amount of games that will make it over there. Like there will be a large amount of games on Steam and soon Xbox and Nintendo at a point where the hardware will have some form of, lineage, right? You understand what lineage is, right? I mean, I think I've explained how it all works in a nutshell, right? There are titles that can't, for whatever reason, make it over to the next console or to the other consoles, right? And that's because maybe they lost the licensing and you still have this game in your digital library or physical. And if you do have a physical means to play these things, good. If you do have a digital way that is inside your library, very good. I've seen a lot of people saying that the ROG Ally will not play all of your games because in the PC library, there's not a lot of console games there. Xbox is rectifying that. They're rectifying that with Play Anywhere initiative. Now, the Play Anywhere initiative is, You know what? Let them tell it.
Has real power. The power to transform your world. It's why Xbox Play Anywhere is growing. So you can experience more of the games you love on more of the devices you want. All seamlessly connected. Because when you buy an Xbox Play Anywhere title, it's yours to play on any supported device.
Let's do this.
Now that you understand what the Play Anywhere initiative is, that thing is going to fundamentally change gaming. With the initiative on every new game coming out, utilizing Play Anywhere, that changes everything. With Xbox moving to this new operating system, the Xbox Experience, you're going to get a new console, 2026, and in 2025, you're going to get the handheld. So the handheld is going to usher you into the new console next year. The new console next year is going to have the same UI, the same interface, allowing you to, by proxy, play everything, everywhere, anywhere, at all times. So then you will have side loaders like Steam, Epic Store, GOG, and the Xbox user interface. That will give you access to some of the best titles that you've been missing out on. That's either on PC or PlayStation. PlayStation cannot block this due to the fact that these are launched on other stores. You see, anyone telling you that they're going to be able to block it, they're just hating. And why would they want to block it? Why would they want to push you out of your library? Why would they want to hurt you as a customer who spend cash? You see, sometimes they don't think when they talk. Sometimes they're talking through emotion. No, your games are coming over and there's nothing that you can do about it. You see, Xbox wanted you to play nice, but we could do this the easy way or the hard way. You chose the hard way. So surprise, sucker. This is what you get. You're going to get this work. It's going to hurt, but it's only going to hurt the console warrior who told you guys that it was never going to happen. But if you listen to Mr. 98% right all the time, then you would have known. It was a matter of time before checkmate bust your jaw wide open. Now, for all those games that we didn't get a chance to see at the Xbox Showcase, the Halo, the Gears, the Forza, Fable, Perfect Dark, State of Decay 3, games of that nature, I honestly believe, in my heart of hearts, those games are held back just for next year. When that console hits and the 25th anniversary goes down and you get a chance to see the new Halo, Combat Evolved, the new Gears, the new Forza, Gears E-Day, Forza, Fable, Perfect Dark, to have an incredible lineup of games that's going to rock the gaming industry while also cementing Xbox and Microsoft as the true dominant factor when it comes to gaming, while continuing to push forward with consolidation and acquisitions and picking up companies like Sega and expanding their partnerships with Square. Microsoft is poised to control the gaming space like no other. This is the first time you're seeing a true dominant, control the space in the manner that they're doing, while simultaneously infiltrating the so-called competitors that's in the same space while extracting cash and resources from these so-called competitors. No one was poised to do it like Microsoft and Xbox. And if you stuck around this long, well, the rabbit has the gun now. You know what we never talked about? We never talked about the Final Fantasy 16 and the Final Fantasy 7. But Rebirth coming next year. And we also never talked about the elephant in the room with the Death Stranding 2, with the exclusivity for a certain period of time. We never talked about the Silent Hill coming over, the one that was remade by Bloober Team. Listen, you guys are no longer special. I never thought you were special. I always thought you were kind of toxic, kind of simple, kind of weird. The stuff that you say, the fact that you have a level of entitlement, which is beyond anything that I've ever seen. I'm honestly, I can say I'm glad this has happened to you. I'm glad that Xbox has found a way outside of your wildest imaginations to utterly destroy all your narratives and break your PlayStation channels down. To actually take you guys that don't go anywhere, that talk all the crap that you actually do, that feeds the minds of these mindless drones that you call PlayStation Nation, to the point where now you're figuring it out. Narratives are broken. The defenses are breached. Let the slaughter begin. Truly a sight to behold. In one fell sweep, you have been crushed, conquered, infiltrated, and bled dry. Continue to buy Xbox products. We appreciate you. You are funding your demise, and we love it. But this is Xbox Frontline News. And if you liked anything that you've seen here, well, listen, hit that like, follow, and subscribe. And do like I do. Every day, I make it my business to go inside this Game Pass thing and figure out what's next. Space Marines Mastercrafted Edition is released in Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and you guys got a chance to play it. But guess who's not playing it? PlayStation Toxic Nation. And you guys actually get a chance to play it because those dudes are excluded. So let them peek through the window and let them be the voyeur they are. Because you know, we got to make them pay like they weigh. But I'm going to do like I tell you to do because I know you do like me. And we do what? Try to play the Game Pass.